So the funniest thing happened this morning. I woke up and I was thinking about drawing dragons. And if you've been here for a while, or from the beginning, actually, that was kind of how we started out was by playing around with dragons. And so I thought it might be kind of fun to do that again. And then I went to the library because I had some books to pick up, and they ended up having this dragon book on hold for me, and I forgot that I had put it on hold. It must have been months ago. Oops, sorry, I dropped my pen, as per usual. But yeah, it must have been months ago. So it was actually really cool to see that that I had this book here. So I'm gonna pull up the what you call it, the chat real quick. And I think we'll just get started. So what I really like about this book is well, there's a few things actually. I really like how wispy this mohawk mane is. I think that's really fun. And like the front of it's just really pretty. And I just wanted to see just how people draw dragons differently. So I think what I'm going to do is I was kind of debating as to whether or not to start this with pencil or if I should just go pen. And I kind of feel like maybe just going with pen and just seeing how it goes, because all of this is just, it's all just practice, right? Just playing around, and it has been a hot minute since I've drawn any dragons or sketched any dragons. So I think that will be a pretty fun thing to play with. And I think we should just get started. The other thing that I've been liking, because I am a beginner, and so I've only been drawing since the summer, but I've been trying to get a few things. I've been trying to get more into my style, as well as I'm trying to get to a place where I draw a little more from imagination. So it's kind of nice just starting with oh, come on, just starting with like a sliver of the face instead of going with the whole body, because if I draw this, then I can just use my imagination to fill in the rest. And I'm just going to see how that goes, because again, I haven't unless you're here since the beginning, I haven't drawn dragons or sketched dragons in a long time. And I've got, this is the I did put in the, hey everybody, how are ya? Slay. Nice. So I've got the Pentel Pocket. I'm going to be using a few different pens probably today. I preloaded stuff in the description just in case anybody's curious, like if you like the look of a certain pen. I always just like to see what people are doing. So I think I'm going to start with, one thing I like to do is place dots to where I want it to go. So I think I'm going to do this corner here and maybe do a slant. But again, we're not doing this exactly. We're going to just use it as just a simple reference. And then we're just going to let our hands, let our imaginations just go crazy. And however it looks is however it looks. This is a total, just a play session. Love to see it. Love to do it. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this. Any tips for beginners? What specifically are you thinking? Give me some parameters here, buddy. Because boy, having been like the last several months, I've learned and picked up so many things, and I have a I have a lot to say about it actually, because being a beginner is pretty wild. And I kind of like, I one of the things I like about the brush pens is you get these interesting textures, and I like playing with those a lot. I like not getting too what's the word, perfectionist, or too, I don't like feeling limited liner, not limited, what's the word I'm looking for, um I feel like the textures just aren't as rich as with the brush pen. So I think we're gonna do this and just get some eyes down and see how we're going with that. And then I think let's just play around with, I like these, how these lids are. So maybe we can just, is anybody else drawing with me? Are you guys doing any drawing? I'm trying to do this pretty fine because this brush tip is pretty thick. Um, Oh, there goes my cat. We knew that was gonna happen, huh? But I kind of like, I like how jaggedy this is. You know, one tip, just on the subject of being a beginner, um, I think that allowing myself to play a lot and not, I'm so process based, just meaning that I like to have so much fun with just experimenting. And again, it's like different textures, different proportions. I think the thing that I like the most about drawing imaginary creatures like dragons or you know, I've been looking at like old school D&D art, like old pen and ink art. It's just really fun to experiment with those things, and with it being an imaginary creature, it's you just have so much freedom. I feel like, especially being a beginner and just having, I don't know, like I would get caught up in like overthinking and intimidation. I was like critiquing what I was doing, and it took me a while, if I'm being honest, to make the decision to just have as much fun as possible and to not you know, get so caught up in my own head, honestly. Aren't these brush pens awesome? This is the Pentel Pocket. I love this so much. It's really fun to experiment with, and also because it is such a soft brush, while there are like some it's like you kind of have to let go of a little bit of control, which makes me feel like the pen is also part of the process, you know, um which I really like. Okay, let's try this other. This is the, oh, I know I've talked about this before quite a bit actually, but being left-handed, um, I like things that I naturally want things that draw right to left. So that's why I like that this is a little more, you know, facing to the right, but then it's hard for me to see what I'm doing. I mean, I'm sure that part is probably pretty universal, whether you're left or right-handed, um, but it is interesting to see like how many books, especially like, you know, beginner drawing books, how much of it is facing the other way. So if you're left-handed, look for books that face the direction that you feel comfortable drawing in, because I noticed that that was one of the things that was making me all contributing to making me feel a little frustrated was realizing that I was trying to draw it from a very from a vantage point that was not very comfortable, and I think that probably comes with time. But um gosh, what am I doing here? I think that does just kind of come with time. But while I was first starting, it was just really, it really got to me quite a bit actually. And I do kind of want to make these eyes like a little bit different from each other, just because this is a sketch and I just kind of want to see, I just want to experiment. Oh, I totally dipped my I totally dipped my finger. That's okay. I forgot that that's the other thing about the pocket. It takes a second to dry, whereas with the Pigma, it's a little bit quicker to dry, you know? Um, yeah, so I think we'll kind of want to bring these in a little bit. Hello, how are you? Oh, we're experimenting um with dragons, John. You're doing it. We're all doing it wrong, aren't we, honey? Doing it wrong is the best. Are you kidding? Man, it's like the best. So I kind of want to see what we think about two different eyes. I'm kind of partial to the one on the right so far, but it's kind of early to tell, huh? But I kind of want to play around with that and see, just kind of see, start bringing this up into that like kind of browish area. And this one's actually a little more comfortable for me again because of the left-handed stuff. I'll bring that down. Just want to see, because I kind of like how severe of an angle this is too. I'm just gonna play with this here. Yeah, that's kind of fun. Bring that out, and we might actually bust out some maybe some watercolor later and kind of fill it in with some color maybe. I like that idea. But I primarily wanted to get this down. And the other thing too about making like little dots and things is that then you can fill it in a lot easier, you know? Fill it in a little easier from there. Let me just make sure. Hold on one second. Let me just make sure my we're doing all right here. Okay. And then there's also that part too of like, you know, like the messy middle, or like it just seems to last quite a while. But I like just doing like a kind of sketching it out, kind of getting the placement down of like, got like the anger here and get the nose, and then we can make solid lines later. That's kind of what I like to do. Does anybody else draw dragons? Anybody else into dragons? I just find them to be very fun. I think we'll do more of a solid eye on this side. And then see what we think there. But it's so much better with a pupil, isn't it? I think I might pull this one in a little bit too. But I kind of like that pupil being broken up a little bit, you know? Just kind of fun. And maybe making this a little bit bolder through here. I'll bring that down a little bit. That's kind of nice. And bringing in like a stronger brow here. Let's see. This brush is pretty thick in comparison to the like compared to like the micron, you know? Let's just see how that looks. I also kind of like the reptile feel, you know? And using such a soft pen again is it just has that feeling of like pen's also helping you make is helping you make decisions to a certain extent. And I was doing that I don't know if you guys were here for, how many of you here for there was a live that we had done where we were experimenting with what was it? What were we experimenting with? Oh, I know what it was. We were experimenting with watercolor and India ink together. And we had actually propped up the paper a little bit higher than this so that gravity pulled some of it down. And we got some really fun effects doing that. And so I think that's part of why I do like to set myself up so that things can, other than myself, are involved in the creative process. That's starting to come together. It's starting to come together a little bit. Let's see. I think we just needed some more detailing here. And I do want to bring this in like that. Craving to do that. And I think we can start to fill this in a little bit. And see. Hey there, how's it going? Bomb vibe? That's good. I do like the fun usernames. I do like a fun username, I will say. I'm gonna do this. think this is gonna be good. Let's see. I kind of want to bring that down a little. That's sinister looking. This down here, I like that. Yeah, that's kind of fun. I like that a lot. Kind of bringing that swoop. Once again, I'm gonna come here, I think. What do you guys like to experiment with? Are you guys experimenting with anything lately? I kind of make this more into a point. And then I do want to darken this up quite a bit down here. And maybe start bringing some of that kind of, this eye feels a lot wider too. I think we'll kind of do some of that. How many times do you think I'll dip my pen or my hand in this ink? It seems to be quite a lot. Let's see, I think I want to do this and then put in some we'll decide whether or not to make those more solid, or we're just gonna keep with this fun breaking up kind of thing. Let's see, and then I think we'll do that. Yep, I'm left-handed. I know, I was actually talking about that earlier, about how there's some adjustments you got to make, when you're left-handed, and learning, learning to draw, or how a lot of books tend to have a lot of the subjects are facing to the left, and I prefer when they're facing to the right, so that I can draw this way instead of trying to especially with a brush pen, because then you're just squishing the bristles and everything. Let's see here. I think are you left-handed? Bomb vibe. Let's see, I kind of want to bring this here. Maybe we can connect that. Because I'm not sure. It's I kind of want to color it in, but I do kind of like the darkness, just like pen and ink. Let's see here. I think we'll start. Magic. We actually, on yesterday's live, or was it yesterday? No, the day before. On Saturday, we had actually, I was trying to draw with my right hand. I was trying to draw with my non-dominant hand. It was kind of a mess. But also, it's actually quite fun to practice like that. I actually really, really liked it. And I think I'll probably do some more of that. I kind of want to bring that in a little bit. I kind of want to start making the face shape here. I love this. I have to show you guys. So this book, this is the one that I got from the library today. Look at this. It has this really cool mohawk, and it's just got this whole wispy thing, and a really, really cool, this lizard tongue. It's really fun, but I wanted to specifically start with this strip to kind of, I don't know, just kind of play around with this area. Not do it exactly, but just kind of use it as a basic reference, So I think we'll do that. And then I'm kind of, let's see, should we do some hair? I do really like the mohawk thing. I think the mohawk thing is pretty fun. And bring some of this hair out. Can't decide because I'm drawing at a much different scale. So we're not gonna go by that so much, but I think we're just gonna, I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on starting with a face shape. And I think I want to, do I want to do hair? Should we just do the hair first? Maybe. Because with hair, we can just kind of get, oops, that wasn't quite what I wanted. That's okay. I think we'll just go ahead and kind of make those lines maybe. I don't know how long we're gonna make the snout, so I'll just kind of, I think I'll just mark that out for now so that that's there. And then I think we'll just start doing some wispy hair, maybe. But I am really liking the texture look, so I don't know if I'm gonna get too precious. Oops, as I I say that as I draw not what I wanted. I think we're not gonna get too precious with it, and we'll just add as we go, I think. And I might pull out that. You know what else? You know what else I have? I have. I think we'll just start doing this. This just seems fun. Kind of bring that in, and just have some wispiness to it, maybe. Fill that in. I kind of like it going up though. We'll see. Experimenting is like the absolute best, you guys. So they will start there just to have like an idea, and I kind of want to see what they did with on the face with this. But yeah, they had like wrapping up, but this doesn't really like get into the face. This is more like the overall shape. So I think we should just straight up go with imagination. So I think from here, I think I was making this might just bleed into like hair. I think we should bleed into hair because we've got, it's a mohawk, but there's also like, she does this really cool, I think it's a woman. Did a lady? Yes. Yeah, a lady wrote this. But yeah, so it's got like this wispy hair like coming off the forehead, and then it goes into a mohawk, which, amazing. We love a drag queen dragon with some like beautiful, with a really fun aesthetic. So I might make this wispy, and then I'll, to get the lay of the land, and then we'll, or some more intentional hair. I think that might be the plan here, actually. Yes. Sorry, I was just checking the chat to make sure, because I realized I hadn't looked at it in a while. For the snout, we'll get to the snout. We'll get to the snout. We'll get to it. But I do actually, you know what? I think I am. I'm gonna swap to my Pigma, brush, and I think we'll go with the. I could not find the medium, so I've got the fine or I've got the bold, but the bold is basically the same. It's pretty much the same type of thickness as this. So maybe we'll just do some like lay some down here, because I do want to I want to get some finer points in there, I think. But we can do this and just do some backfill, you know? But that's what I'm thinking anyway. And then we can do that. So I think, let's see. Actually, I'm gonna use, this is the Pigma. And this is like, all this stuff's like linked in the description. I'm not selling anything, but it is down there. So if you see a particular pen that you like the look of, you know where to find it. Okay, and then there's this. I will say the Pigma, actually this is a good thing to know. If you are new to brush pens, the Pigma is much, the bristles are a little firmer, so you have a little more, I find that I have a lot more control than with the Pentel Pocket, which is one we've used this whole time. So if you just want to get used to using a brush pen, this Pigma set is awesome. And then over time, I acclimated to using using the pen tool. I just got used to that. It's just the sensation of using brush pens and controlling them a little bit more, if that makes sense. I kind of want them to, we'll do that, and then do this, and then we'll kind of want there to be like, I want there to be more hair than that, but I think I want to lay down just where I want this to kind of be. Maybe just play with that a little bit. But I don't want this to be too lined, so we're probably gonna like bring in like a little more hairline, you know? Maybe we should start that, but I kind of want it to be like, let's just kind of like rough out the hairline a little bit. And then I kind of like the idea of like it like swooping back a little bit like this. We'll start there, and if we don't, because I always figure like I can lay down lines either where I think I want the thing, or I can lay it down and then cut. We can just cover it with hair if we if we don't like it. We can just kind of put that down. But I kind of like that shape. Actually, I think that'll be. I think that'll be pretty cool. And then from here, I think up here we can really just kind of, oops, do that. Hold on, I need a sip of water. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Just kind of want to do that a little bit. But I do like, it's like I do want to make it like more sparse, but I kind of like the idea of it like just being really thick with hair, you know? But I think we'll do some thick ones, and then let me grab my, the Pigma Fine. Make sure that's dried before I go sticking my silly hands in there again. I just bring in some like crazy. I kind of like the idea of having like really crazy hair though. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm kind of a fan of that. I do like the crazy hair. Okay. This area, I think, and I'm kind of hopping around, but that's the other thing that I like doing though, as like just as I'm learning, I like to hop around and not focus on any one particular element for very long. I tend to what's the word I'm looking for? Not focus more, but I tend to feel, wow, the words are, I think all of my words are tied up in this dragon mane at the moment. One. Just completely lost my train of thought. Oh, I like jumping around because I like making adjustments as I see some of the details and things coming together, you know? Let's see, and then, oh yeah, I was gonna deal with this part too. I kind of want to, I think I'm gonna deal with this part later. I kind of want to get the top done. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. Because right now it's just got this like, this crazy hair going on the top. I think I'll feel better once the top is, once the top has some more, just has more. And then we can come in and I might want to adjust the hairline a little bit. We'll just kind of get some of this mane hair in. I feel like every time I go live, I always mean to bring a snack with me and I never do. It's okay. Oh, so this morning, you guys, This is so stupid. I got like a slow start to the morning. I was playing this. Do you guys ever play puzzle games? Like there's this one in the YouTube playables. Oh, it's like this. It's one of those ones where you have to like move the blocks around so that you can remove. Like you have to line up the blocks with the color to get them off of the thing. And there was this one level when I tell you, I was so mad. It took me forever because it was like the puzzle was so it was so locked in. It was so hard to move anything. And I just was not able to. It took me forever to solve it. I was trying to figure it out and I could not. It felt impossible. I hated it. I was so mad. But I could not move on with my day until I finished this stupid puzzle. So stupid. Whatever. I was thinking about making these a little bit because you know how she has like all the strands bunched together, but I kind of like how crazy it looks with all the strands separate, or like you know with more strands separated, as opposed to being all lumped in together. I don't know if that makes sense or not, or if anybody else feels that. Oops, let me move this back over. I think I bumped it. Okay, sip of water real quick. Okay. Let's start filling in. I think I want to do like a pocket of like all fine strands, perhaps, and like let them overlap a little bit. Yeah, and then I might bring this down a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of want to move past this part and get into maybe some mouth muscle part. I got to tell you guys, the library has. I know I talk about the library, and it's for good reason because I like this book. I'm trying to like. I only have so much space, and I don't want to have a bunch of stuff laying around, or stuff I have to take care of. And the other thing too is if I know I'm only going to have a book for a few weeks, I tend to use it a lot more. And I'm finding that I've actually tried so many more styles of either sketching or painting, or just picking up like different ideas, and that variety has helped me. It's helped like a lot of concepts and ideas stick in my head better. And it's also just been really fun, like to find my own style and to find what I enjoy making. And I don't know that I would have um, gone on such a I had done so much exploring with myself, had I not been just borrowing like books that I probably never would have purchased, and just borrowing books and concepts and mediums. I'll borrow books, that are for mediums that I'm not even working with, because there's so many crossover ideas and creativity that I've just really benefited from it. So that will be the hill that I die on is is getting things from the library, especially as a beginner. It's just I don't know. It's just really genuinely truly been an invaluable resource. And oh, so get this, I was thinking about I've got some things that I wanted to like scan. They have this super fancy um, photo scanner, free to use for free. And I was actually thinking about purchasing one at some point. I was going to start saving up for it, but I can just go to the library and scan it, and then I don't have to deal with a scanner. Um, or like where to put it or maintenance or any of that, I can just run to the library real quick. I was so excited when I saw that too, and it scans in like really high DPI. Um, so yeah, I scanned a couple. I think I scanned one of my oil pastel um, paintings, and I'm gonna see how that looks because I don't really do a whole lot digitally. Pretty much everything is all hands-on, traditional, you know. But I think it'd be interesting to have digital copies of some of the stuff that I really like, you know. And oftentimes, like I'm not worried about materials being light fast. I don't really care too much about things lasting, you know, a whole like all that long. I just feel like I'm gonna move on. You know, I don't really need to hold on to a lot of things. But it's kind of nice to have the option um, to have things digitally if I want them to be, or if I really like a design, I want to remember it. Um, if it's not a light fast or an archival ink. These all are these. Excuse me. The Pigma and the Pocket, the Pentel Pocket are both archival. I kind of want this to be a little more like jaggedy feeling. So I might come back to that. We'll see. Yeah, make it feel a little bit more like a hairline, fur line. Okay. I said that and then I come back over on this corner. Sometimes you just can't help yourself. You know what I mean? But sometimes if I feel like something's just needs to be a little bit more tidier for my brain to think, that can be actually quite helpful for the old chaotic pea brain I've got. Does anybody else like variety in their drawing? Um, or like experimenting with all different styles? I feel like that's been like, I don't know, I love it. Personally. I'm really digging this. It's making like a little. It almost, it almost has like the vibe of baby hair, baby hairs, you know, the baby hairs around your forehead. The little dragon baby hairs. Ridiculous. Okay, there's that. Let me just check and see. Sometimes the chat's super active and sometimes it's kind of quiet, so I'm just going to make sure that I'm not missing anybody. Okay. Let's see here. I'll put like a little bit here. Just kind of feeling that a little bit. And oh, hello there, Ben. How are you? We're just playing around sketching with dragons. We're trying out the we've been using the Pentel Pocket and the Pigma brush pens, and we're just kind of going for it. We're just having a good time. Let's see. I'm kind of let's see. Kind of like the idea of that. I do want to put like a little bit more. I feel like this eye is a little neglected. So I might actually just bring in the, let's just frame it out and just see how it looks to have like, just to have the fur line coming a little bit closer to kind of fill that in a little bit instead of using hard lines for the face. And then we can, I think I'm gonna start, I think I keep bumping this. Let me just check and see. What markers do you use? Oh, here, it is today I'm using the Pigma and the Pentel Pocket. It's these guys. I'll put them in there so you can just see, just so you can see. I'm not sponsored or anything. But just if you're curious about the exact ones, because I think there might be a few different options, especially with the Pigma. I think there's a few different options to that. So I never remember exactly because I throw away the packaging and I just keep the so if that's the exact one that I use. But the whole thing is we're just playing around with Pigmas and with pocket, which are pretty cool. And so we're just playing with those. I think this one. I think I've had this one on the side too much. I think it needs to come up a little bit. But I think so much of this, so many of these strands are so. I like the chaos of them, but the night sky. Oh, in the book, yeah, this is like the I just got this. Isn't that cool? I really like this. I just got this from the library. It's called The Last Dragon. I don't know. I had been sketching dragons. That's actually at the start of this channel was me starting with dragons, and so I had put that on hold. Like I don't know, it must have been at least a couple months ago maybe, and totally forgot about it. And I picked it up today. So it's a really pretty book, but I haven't actually read it. I've just flipped through and like looked at all the looked at the art, and which is so funny because I had taken quite the break from dragons. I just got distracted with all different styles of with art, different subjects, and but I keep coming back to. I just love pen and ink. Honestly, it's like my favorite. I don't know what it is. If it's just the simplicity, or I don't know what it is, but it's definitely my style. That's for sure. Let me see. Oh, hold on one second. My computer is being a silly pants here. Okay. Okay, let's see. Sorry for the interruption. I think my laptop just needs to be like restarted, but who keeps on top of that stuff when there's dragons to draw? Better things to do with my life than restart my laptop. Than tech maintenance. I gotta say, I've been doing pretty good on like not getting too sucked in with things. And okay, I want to put like a few more here. I just have a craving to make this like really crossy and weird, you know? Okay. Oh, we're playing with dragons today. We're just kind of sketching and playing around. And so we're just kind of going with this weird. I really like the this dragon has like this really cool mane. It has like this really has all this fur that comes up and then it comes into a mohawk. And I just kind of like that idea. And I think we're probably going to drop down the I think we're going to drop down. I kind of want to have like a widow's peak in the front. And we're probably going to play with that a little bit more. And then, oops. Then we'll do that. And we need to make some decisions about the snout. I do believe. Oh, what time is it too? Yeah, we got a little bit of time left. I hadn't really thought about the snout. I had just been like, just started with these eyes and then kind of kept going. I do want to go through this. These are those details where it's like, is it too much? Is it not enough? I was gonna put a few down and I'll see how I feel about it. But I do like sketching with imaginary animals. It's quite fun. Yesterday we drew some ridiculous we sketched some ridiculous monsters. It was really funny. And I was gonna look, there was another spread on here too. It was a dragon, let's see. I think it was, hold on. I don't know how much I can show either because it's like copyright, you know. I don't want to. But it's like, for being a dragon book, I think it's more, yeah, this one. So it's this, which I think is pretty fun. The colors, the color choices, and like how loose it is. I think that's really fun, I must say. I must say. And then, oops. God, where is it? The paper I used to, oh yeah, here. This. Isn't that fun? I think it's just really a fun approach to dragons, honestly. So love that. But looking down wise, we don't have a whole lot. So I think we should just play. Let's just play. I might bring this back though. Yes. Let's bring that back. And then we'll and then I think we'll play. If you like dragons, you should play Dragon Age Origins. Ooh. I know I need to play some stuff. I need to get on that. Can you play it just like, can you just play it online, or do you need to get like a whole system and all that? I can't keep up with, like, all of them are like a little bit different, you know. So how about I think we just hit full send on the snout. Why don't we just I just kind of want to, I don't know how I want it to look yet, so we're just gonna, I think I'm just gonna like ooh, it might be kind of fun to make like a, oh gosh, I don't know. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know what to do. I think we should bring it out. How does this make sense perspective? Hold on. What am I thinking here? I'm thinking, am I thinking? Yeah. Yeah. Because I kind of want to bring it. I am derping so badly all of a sudden. Because I'm thinking, you know what it is? I'm thinking about the hook. Because we don't have like a nose reference. So, I don't know, man. I think we should just we can figure out the bottom. So why don't we, how did I do? Because now it's looking like a chicken. It's looking like a dino. I mean, you know, chicken. Hey, well, that's dinosaurs, right? Not dragons. Maybe instead of getting too hung up on going too far away, maybe we'll just start to make some, because I kind of want it to be like a narrow face, you know? Kind of feeling that. Let's see. But I'm trying to figure out where I want to also put the jaw. I mean, again, this is all experiment, and I do this every time, you guys. We do this every time. I start overthinking it. That's not what this is for. This is not for overthinking. I will just make some squigglies. and then go from there. The other thing is we've got about, what, I think we only have like 10 minutes left, and then I have to go be a grown-up, which is extremely boring. Hate to see it. But I have to get back to doing all the things. So why don't we finish up this eye, actually? Kind of want to add just some of the elements, because the eyes are different, which is how we kind of started this whole thing, was experimenting with different eye shapes, giving it like different, experimenting with different things on different sides, you know? But I do kind of want to bring some of this over here a little bit. Yeah, because if we do that, and we want to do, I want to bring this out more, I think. I just like that. Snatched. I like my dragon snatched. Snatched to the gods. Okay, I need one more sip. Okay. I don't want to do too much, but I kind of want to. Been looking at this eyebrow, thinking I wanted like a little bit more for this, that whole area, and bringing this in a little bit. I want this to come down more to like a point. I was thinking. I want it to look very menacing, very evil, evil. I want this to come in a little bit more. I do like this eye a little better, but I'm wondering if maybe, what if I fill this in a little bit? How would I feel about it then? Maybe it's just, because I really like the idea of having that pupil broken up, but now I'm not so sure. I feel like that changed it quite a bit, actually. But I like this being open and this being darker. Maybe. I want to put a little bit more in here. Just like that idea. Let's see. This is awesome, you guys. I actually have missed playing around with dragons for sure. And I know this is a little bit different than the ones I was doing before, but I really like playing around with styles. Oops, wrong one. I really do. Come here. Just want to put like a little bit more here. Keep going back to this hairline. think this pen might be finally starting. Well, I can't tell. I can't tell if this is actually drying out or if it's just. I had left this on my nightstand, but it was next to my what do you call it? I was propped up like upside down, so it might just be that the ink is like still settled funny. But I also kind of want to bring some of this out a little bit, just a wee bit, and see. Oh, I don't know. I draw with this so much. I can't believe, honestly though, with the amount that I've used this thing, and I've used it on a lot of like textured paper, which, or like, what do you call it? Like watercolor paper, cotton, and that soaks up a lot of ink. It soaks up a lot of ink really fast, I've noticed. I've accidentally, I have some fallen micron soldiers from that. For sure. Okay, so I just wanted to have that kind of just like sketched in there, and then we can adjust that in a wee bit. But yeah, I think I do kind of still want, because I think we're gonna add hair, so I kind of like the idea of leaving this like this and then coming back with the Pentel later. Oops, sorry, I just kicked. I just kicked you. But yeah, I like the idea of coming back and doing this that way. And then I do want to have a little bit more just like in terms of, I don't know, I've just been kind of thinking about like some of the, I kind of want it like wrinkly a little bit, you know? Just kind of see how that looks. And if we don't like it, we can just cover it up. I kind of like this. Because I think any more main is going to be pretty sporadic past here. That's what I'm imagining in my head. Doing next is going to be just having that be pretty sporadic, I think. I think that'll be like the plan. Yeah. And this, I kind of want to bring this in a little, although I do like that temple. I'll leave that there. I'll leave that there. I'm just going to add a little bit more texture here, because I feel like every time I do like a little bit more of that, it's just helping me like pick out my next steps, you know? So I feel like coming back to the hair is just helping me think a little bit more. Hey sister, I am also new. How are you? From India. Lovely. I'm over in the States. In the United States right now. Things are a little bit chaos. How are you doing? Everything's good? I think I just bumped this over. Because I accidentally kicked the tripod. I don't know what I was doing. Okay, there we go. Ugh. Okay. I am into this eye in terms of bringing that out. Should we start? I kind of want to just do like a little bit of, just a little bit of this, a little bit of that in this eye a little bit more. Just like teeny tiny, just like some fine details, you know, fine marks. Okay. What have you been drawing or painting lately? Is it the official artist Ghost? You're drawing ghosts? Is that what you're doing? Are you asleep after painting this? Actually, you know what? I think I kind of sleep better. I think I sleep better after getting like all the creepies out of my head. You know what I mean? Is that you sketch and paint? What do you is there anything in particular you like? I was actually talking earlier like about how much I like variety. Um so it really just kind of depends on my mood. Like I just kind of wake up and choose what it's going to be, you know? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you like variety too? Yes. That's like the best, honestly, in my humble opinion. All right. Okay, let's see what in the BTS army. Nice. Excellent. Okay. Let's see here. Kind of feeling you draw BTS numbers? Nice. That's awesome. I know this is completely unrelated, but I got really I really as I've been binging the that Korean cooking show. What is it? Culinary Class Wars. I am so invested in that show right now. I started season 2. Oh god, I won't give any spoilers or anything, but um if anybody cares, I won't give any spoilers or anything. But yeah, I'm really hooked on that show as of late. It's quite funny. I don't want to. I've really been. I don't put that in there. I like the idea of this being a little bit cleaner here. I kind of want this to blend in, like the hair. I want that to kind of blend in a little bit, and then I'll just kind of see, huh? Um, Please see my. Do you have Is this your channel, or are you on Instagram? I'm not really on Instagram, but I've got an account, so I can always look you up. But otherwise, I'll subscribe back to you if you're posting your art over there for sure. Love to see it. Love to see it. Ugh, okay. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna reserve. Well, I said that earlier, but now I'm kind of thinking differently. Kind of thinking differently. Hmm. Just kind of make some dots. That just relaxes me. Does anybody else like to put a lot of like pointillism or stippling, just like a lot of little dots in their in their doodles, in their sketches? I just find it really relaxing. I like to start that way. Actually, is that how we started the eyes? I think that's how we started the eyes, was just with I can't remember now. kind of wanted to have like some eyelashes, but we kind of missed the boat on that one actually. This is your channel? Okay, cool. I'll subscribe to you back, and I'll see what you're working on. There's that. Or check out your BTS crew. So I'll do that, some of this. That. I've got a couple in here for some reason. I feel like it's needs a little something. Yeah, that's just really relaxed. Did I just? No, I didn't. I thought I dipped my hand in the damp ink, but not this time. That was earlier. That was earlier. Okay, do this. What time is it? I think we've. Yeah. I gotta get going, you guys. I have to go be a grown-up. Boring, stupid. Anyway, I'll see you guys around this time tomorrow. Stay chaotically curious, have fun creating, keep experimenting, keep with it. Have a great time. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.